Today I'm going to show you how to make this delicious miso brown sugar marinated salmon, and let me tell you, it is everything and more. Okay, you can have it however you'd like, but I paired it with a blackberry rocket salad that's peppery, tart, sweet, and really nice with this. Okay, let's get started. This marinade is really flavorful. It's bringing in some spice, some umami, some sweetness, some saltiness. It's all in there. And you're gonna let your salmon sit there for like 2 hours or more so it soaks up some of that flavor. And when it bakes, we'll spoon some on first and it'll be amazing. I love salmon and I could have it just with a little bit of lemon and some salt. I'd eat the whole thing up. However, some people in the household, like my husband, are not into it. So I'm always trying to find a way that's more palatable. Fingers crossed he'll like this one. This will be delicious, but I'm not sure it'll overcome his fish phobia. We'll see. To prep for the marinade, I'm gonna start by smashing 2 cloves of garlic. And now let's give it a nice mince. Smashing them helps release the oil, so I always recommend that. Now I have 2 very hot Thai chilies. If you love spicy things, just by the by, I have a recipe on the blog for a spicy margarita, and the simple syrup uses these guys and some jalapenos, and it is intoxicatingly delicious. You will be drunk in no time, just by the way. Okay, we're gonna cut these in half, deseed them, and then chop them up. So try not to touch the chili too much. You definitely will have to wash your hands after handling it, and don't touch your eyes or any other sensitive areas of your body. Or if you're prepared, like I'm not, you could wear gloves. I'm not a spice wimp per se, and I do like spicy things, but you'll never catch me like having that ultra hot, ghost pepper anything, or, doing any kind of a challenge. That's not living my best life. There we go. These will soak in the marinade and they'll add some nice heat. So you can adjust accordingly. You could also skip the chilies entirely. I'm adding 1/3 cup or 60 grams of brown sugar into a large bowl, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, 2 tablespoons of mirin, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 2 teaspoons of red miso paste, and I'm finishing off by adding my garlic and chili in there. Okay, give it a good whisk, break it all up. Now that my marinade is all ready, I'm gonna add 2 fresh salmon fillets face down so that the meat is getting all that marinade. And then just let them soak for a few hours. Move them around so that they get marinade all over. Cover them up, put them in the fridge for a few hours to really soak in there. In the meantime, I'll be washing my hands thoroughly and making a side salad for this dish. So it'll be nice and healthy. No carbs today, except for the sugar and everything else that was in the marinade. I've been gorging myself on blackberries lately. They're in season and so beautiful. Like, just take a look at that. It's amazing. It's gonna make a wonderful salad along with some peppery rocket or arugula, depending on which country you're in, and a couple other ingredients. So let's get started on that while the salmon is marinating. I'm adding about 1/4 cup of olive oil. Into my mason jar, about 1 tablespoon of honey. Exact measurements not necessary. I'm gonna add in 4 really ripe blackberries. Give this a quick muddle just to break up the blackberries a bit. Now I'm gonna cut up a little bit of fresh thyme. If you don't have fresh thyme, super fine. Go ahead and use the dried stuff. You wanna make sure to take the stalks off of it because they're a little woody and nobody wants that much texture. A little chop, just to help release some of the oils. Now let's place that into our vinaigrette. You'll notice that we're missing the vinegar and a pinch of salt. So let's add a pinch of salt in here. Now we're adding in about 1/4 cup or just maybe a little bit less of champagne vinegar. You don't have to use champagne vinegar. Any vinegar you like is fine. The acidity in the vinegar will really bring out the blackberry flavors and just make it nice and crisp. Okay, in you go. And now it's time for a good old-fashioned shake. And now, nice little shake. You're gonna agitate things. I'm already winded, so out of shape. If you kept the blackberry, the thyme, and the honey, you have the beginnings of a great cocktail. Just saying. It's agitated, it's emulsified. Let's give it a taste and see how it is. Beautiful pink color. I love it. I love it, it's perfect. Let's build that salad now. Do you see this color? It's so beautiful. It's like a deep millennial pink. I love the look of these whole blackberries, but they're really not manageable because this is like a bite. So you want to have a little bit of flavor in each bite, not just a big blackberry in one leaf. We're gonna cut them up into halves, and I actually think they're really pretty cut in halves too. When you're eating things like berries, now is the time to prioritize an organic variety, just because berries have, look how thin that skin is. Do you see it? It's like paper thin. So you don't want to eat a fruit that has pesticides when the skin is that thin. If it was like an orange or a grapefruit, it's not as bad because you're not even eating the skin. But in a berry, you're eating the skin, it's really thin, things are permeating through. So if you can, and if you're concerned about those things, try organic. And for a salad, I can give you instructions, and I will put measurements on the blog, like this will be 1 clamshell of blackberries, but it's always up to you. If you want to add in some avocado, let's have some avocado. If you want to have some raspberries, that's fine too. I think as long as you keep the spirit of the vinaigrette, you can do whatever you want to a salad. That's my personal philosophy. Just for kicks, I'm gonna add in some nice peppery radishes too, but I'm gonna try and slice them paper thin. Because again, I want to have a little bit of everything in each bite, not just like a big old chunk of radish. I think some avocado would be a nice contrast to the peppery arugula, so I will be adding in some nice slices of that. Opening an avocado is always like a moment of truth. You're either going to be living your best life or so sad that you have like a rotten avocado. Yay! To assemble my salad, I'm adding in a generous amount of rocket. You could also use mixed greens, butter lettuce, whatever you like, but I love peppery things, so rocket it is. I'm gonna add in my blackberries, my paper thin radish slices. Like a salad is basically just leaves, not the most appealing thing, so it's always important to make it visually beautiful. If the salad looks gross, nobody's gonna want it. Ching! All right, and I'm gonna add in some of my avocado slices as well. It's currently nap time, but somebody named George isn't feeling it, so if you hear him crying in the background, you know it's up. All right, little shake, and we're gonna add a nice drizzle of our beautiful fresh blackberry vinaigrette on. Give it a toss so all the heavy things go straight to the bottom and you're left with nothing but leaves on top. That's tossed now, but just between you and I, you're gonna want to arrange it nicely on top so people know what's happening before you serve it. Transfer to a baking sheet lined with parchment paper or foil, then spoon on some of that delicious marinade. A little bit extra never hurts. This is gonna go into the oven and broil for 9 minutes or until you see it turning golden brown. This miso glaze did everything and more. The salmon is so flavorful, and I really like the combination of the peppery rocket and the sweet and kind of tart blackberries. I hope you get to make this recipe soon. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.